Hi, this is Maria from Crochet A to Z, and welcome to the channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, please push that subscribe button, and if you have, thank you. I want to thank everyone for being here, and please also push that like button because it does get the algorithms out here so people can find this channel. So today is Monday. Hope you're having a great day. Hope you had a great weekend. So today we're going to start block number 10. As I've mentioned before in all of the videos, if you haven't started this afghan, no worries. You can start this afghan now, even though we're at block 10. It's at your own pace afghan. You can make one a day. You can make 5 in a week. You can make a few a week, or you can make them all at one time. It's at your own pace. I go slow so you can follow along and join us in this great afghan. I also want to mention that if you wanted to take 1 or 2 blocks from this, you could, and you could just make your own design. You don't have to go along with us with all of the blocks, but if you do, it'd be great because we're going to just do this great afghan together. So let's get started. This is a Premier yarn. It's anti-pilling. That's what I'm using. I am making this yarn, this particular afghan for someone. So I just wanted to mention that. I also want to mention that I'm going to do with you 5 rows. Out of the 5 rows, you're going to be doing repeats of row 2 to 5 until you get to 17 rows of this block. So again, we're going to be doing together rows 1 through 5, but you will only repeat row 2 to 5 until you have 17 rows for this particular block. I am using Lion Brand Basic Stitch Anti-Pilling Yarn. This is everything you need to know about this yarn, and I want to also show you the color. So it is a 4-weight yarn. I suggest that you use the same weight yarn for all of the blocks. And I am using an eye hook, and it's a 5.5 millimeter hook, and it is I/9. So let's get started. So what we're going to do is we're going to do our slip knot. Once we do our slip knot, we are going to chain 33. I'm going to pull out a little bit. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. This is your working chain. These are your chains. They are considered your chains. They look like V's, and at the very end is your slip knot, not considered a chain. For those of you who are new to crochet, I also want to mention this is for beginners to advanced, everyone in between, and someone that's never crocheted before. So now we're going to go with, this is your working chain right here. We're going to go into the 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4th chain from the hook, and we're going to make a double crochet. I want to mention that this first chain is considered a double crochet, so now you have 2 double crochets. We're going to make another double crochet and another one. So now you have 4, 5, and 6. And yes, this chain is considered a double crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we're going to chain 1. We're going to skip this stitch or this chain right here, and we're going to make a double crochet in the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're doing this row. We're going to chain 1, we're going to skip 1, and we're going to do 5 more double crochets in the next 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And that's what it looks like. We're going to chain 1, we're going to skip 1, and we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we are getting thunderstorms out there. I don't know if you can hear it. So now we're going to chain 1, and you're going to notice that you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 chains left. You're going to chain 1, you're going to skip 1. You're going to make 6 double crochets across, and it'll mimic the other side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I'm going to just pull this out because it's a little bit of a knot from this new yarn that I'm using. So we're going to just kind of loosen this up so we can work this very nicely. Sometimes you have to play with it, and you know, if you've been crocheting a while. So we're just going to do our little thing here so that there's no knots. There you go. And we're going to do our last double crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 6. And this is what it looks like. And there's 6 on this end, 6 on that end, and in here there's 5 each. So 6 and 6 is 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27 double crochets across, which is exactly what you need. So now that we did this row, we're never going to repeat this row again, just to mention. This row will never be repeated again. It will be the next row that will be repeated, row 2 to 5, until you get 17 rows. So we're going to chain 1, chain 2, and chain 3, and turn your work. This is considered a double crochet. Once you turn your work, you're going to do a double crochet where that chain 3 space is. Right there, you're going to do a double crochet. Then you're going to chain 1 and chain 2. You're going to skip this stitch and this stitch. So you're going to skip 2 stitches and you're going to do a single crochet in this next stitch. Once you do that, you're going to chain 1 and chain 2, and you're going to skip these 2 stitches. In this chain space, you're going to put 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. You're going to chain 1, you're going to chain 2, you're going to skip these 2 stitches. You're going to put a single crochet right in the next stitch over. You're going to chain 1, chain 2, and chain 3. I'm sorry, chain 2. Chain 1, chain 2, skip 2 stitches, and in this next open stitch where these stitches are, in the chain space, you're going to put 3 double crochets. You're going to chain 1 and chain 2, skip these 2 stitches, and in this one you're going to put a single crochet. You're going to chain 1, chain 2, you're going to skip these 2. In here you're going to put 3 double crochets in the chain space from below. 1, 2, and 3. You're going to chain 1, chain 2, and as you might have guessed, you're going to skip 2, and then in this one you're going to put a single crochet. You're going to chain 1, chain 2. In this chain space, you're going to put 3 double crochets. You're going to chain 1, chain 2, skip these 2 stitches, and in this next one, a single crochet. So once again, once you do that last single crochet in row 2, you're going to chain 1 and chain 2. You're going to skip these 2 stitches, and you're going to go into this chain space right here. And I just want to show you the other end. You're going to put a double crochet in that chain space, and then another double crochet, because you're going to mimic the other side. So there's the other side. So now once you do that, you're going to chain 1, chain 2, and chain 3. You're going to turn your work, and this stitch counts as a double crochet. You're going to go into this next stitch, and you're going to put a double crochet. And once you do that double crochet there, you're going to do a double crochet in this chain space. And then once you do that, you will chain 1. Right here, we're going to double crochet in the next chain space. I'm going slow so you can follow along. Then in these 3 double crochets, we're going to put a double crochet above each one of them. 1, 2, and 3. Then we're going to do a double crochet in this chain space. And that's what it looks like. I want you to see that's what it looks like. Then once we do a double crochet in that chain space, we're going to chain 1. We're going to skip over this single crochet, and in this chain space, we're going to do a double crochet. Then what we're going to do is we're going to do a double crochet in each of these double crochets from the above. So below these 3, we're going to do a double crochet above them. 1, 2, and 3. Now in this chain space, we're going to do a double crochet. We have another chain space here and a single crochet here. We're going to skip this, but before that, we're going to do a chain 1, and we're going to do a double crochet in that chain space. So this is what it looks like. Then after that, we're going to do a double crochet in each one of these double crochets from below. So 1, 2, and 3. As you may have guessed, we're going to do a double crochet in the chain space. We're going to hop over the single crochet in this chain space, so we've got to make a chain 1. Then we're going to make a double crochet in this chain space. So now we've got to make 3 double crochets right here. 1, 2, and 3. As you may have guessed, we've got to do a double crochet in this space, this chain space. We're going to skip over the single crochet, so we're going to do chain 1, and we're going to go right in here in that chain space. And now we're going to do like we did here. We're going to do a double crochet in this next double crochet and a double crochet in this chain space. And as you will note, we mimicked this end is mimicked as this end, and that's what row 3 looks like. And I'm going to go in slow in close so you can see that that is row 3. Now we have 2 more rows left that I've got to show you, and then this row and that row you'll repeat. So you're going to repeat rows 2 to 5 until you have 17 rows. So now we're going to, and I'm going to pull out so you can see a little better. There you go. We're going to chain 1. We're going to turn our work. We're going to make a single crochet where we chained 1 right in there. Now we're going to chain 1 and chain 2. And we're going to skip these 2, and in the next chain space we're going to make 1, 2, and 3 double crochets. We're going to chain 1 and chain 2. We're going to skip 1, 2, and in here we're going to make a single crochet. We're going to chain 1, chain 2, and in this chain space we're going to make 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. And this is what it looks like. Now we're going to chain 1 and chain 2. We're going to skip these 2, and in here we're going to put a single crochet. We're going to chain 1, chain 2, and in this chain space we're going to put 3 double crochets. And we're repeating this right across. We're going to chain 1, chain 2, skip, skip, skip these 2, and a single crochet right here. Chain 1, chain 2, skip these 2, and in this chain space we're going to make 3 double crochets. Chain 1, chain 2. This block is so pretty. Skip these 2, and right in here skip, skip, skip a single crochet. Chain 1, chain 2. As you might have guessed it, in this last space right here, we're going to put 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. We're going to chain 1, chain 2, skip, skip, and in this last stitch at the very top we're going to put a single crochet. Again, we mimicked the other end, and that's what it looks like. And I'm going to pull out. So this is row 1, row 2, row 3, and row 4. Put it up close. So now we're going to do is chain 1, chain 2, and chain 3. This is row 5. We're going to turn our work. This is considered a double crochet. Just want to show you, this is considered a double crochet. In this chain fit space, we're going to put a double crochet. In the next 3 chain spaces, we're going to put a double crochet. 1, 2, and 3. Once we do that, we're going to chain 1. We're going to double crochet in this chain space, chain 1, and double crochet in this chain space. We're going to skip right over that single crochet from below. Now we're going to do a double crochet here, a double crochet in this double crochet from below, and another double crochet in this double crochet. And I want you to see it. So double crochet, and then you're going to double crochet in these stitches, and you're going to double crochet in this next chain space. Now I'll come a little closer. As I said, we're going to skip over this single crochet and go right to this chain space. So we want to chain 1, and then we'll go into that chain space. After we do that, we're going to do a double crochet in these 3 double crochets from below. Now we're going to do a double crochet in this chain space. Then we're going to chain 1 because we're going to go over this single crochet into this next chain space, and we're going to do a double crochet. Then, as you might have guessed, we're going to do 3 double crochets from the 3 double crochets from below. 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to do a double crochet in that chain space. We're going to skip over the single crochet and go into this next chain space, so we want to chain 1 and just go right into that chain space and do a double crochet. Now we've got 3 more double crochets from below, so we're going to go right in those, double crochet, double crochet, and double crochet. Now I want to show you this other side. That's what it looks like. So you're going to go into this chain space, and you're going to do a double crochet. And I just want to count these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you go to the other side, you're going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But you have this chain space, which means at the very end, right here, you've got to put 1 double crochet. And this is what it looks like. This is row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, row 5. Now, I also want to show you how to count these rows. So what's going to happen is once you do row 1, and I'm going to come in a little closer, once you do this row 1, you're never going to do this row 1 again. You're going to repeat row 2 to 5 over and over again until you have 17 rows. So row 2 to 5 until you have, repeat these rows until you have a total of 17 rows. And what I did was I wrote on a piece of paper row 2, 3, 4, and 5. I wrote it as many times as I needed it, which was 4, I believe 4 of those over and over until I got to 17. And that's how I crossed off row 2, crossed off row 3, crossed off row 4, and crossed off row 5, and then I went to the next one. So this is how you count these rows. This is row 1. You can see it very clearly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Row 2, row 3, row 4, and row 5. If you have a problem counting the rows, just pull them like this. Row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, and row 5. Now, once you get this square done and you have 17 rows, what you're going to do is you're going to finish this like we finish all of the blocks. And when I did block number 1, I did part 1 and part 2, so that I showed how to do part 2 shows you how to finish these blocks. And what you have to do, and this is with every block that you make, you've got to do 3 single crochets in each corner of the blocks, all 4 corners, 3 single crochets, and on the side you do 25 single crochets all the way around until your block is done. So again, 3 single crochets in each corner and 25 down the side all the way around. Then you get to a corner, you do 3 single crochets, you go up the side, you do 25, get to another corner, you do 3 single crochets, and you go to the top and you do 25. And that's what you're going to do over and over again for each block. And isn't that block just really pretty? It's just a pretty. And the reason I am doing them in grays is that's what I was asked to do. This is, you know, somebody wanted this Afghan, and this is a commission, so that's the color they wanted, the color scheme that they wanted. So this, again, is block number 10 of Crochet at Your Own Pace Afghan. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Maria from Crochet A to Z. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to put them in the comments section. If you have any comments, whatever your questions are or comments. Thank you very much. Hope you have a great day. And please follow along. Please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. It does get the algorithms out there so crocheters can find this channel and join this beautiful community that we have, crochet community. And love you all. Have a great day. And let's do this Crochet at Your Own Pace Afghan. I think you're going to love it. It's so pretty. Thanks. Bye-bye.